Chahuiti. Just defletching all my arrows here. So I'm pulling all the fletchings off, taking all this stuff off, using this boning tool. I think it's like 10-15 bucks, something like that on Amazon, or maybe less. But yeah, I'm gonna take all these off. The only reason I'm doing that is because I put these inserts on and I use some really strong glue, and I can't seem to pop them out with the methods that I've been seeing on YouTube with the old end of a drill bit. And you slide that in here and sling it back and forth real quick, and I don't want to heat it up and to melt the glue because I don't want to mess up my carbon. So I'm just going to leave that there. What I'm doing is I'm wanting to shorten my arrows up. So I know it's not the best way to do it, but I'm going to take it off this end. And my dad pointed out to me the other day when I was shooting that I would probably take off like 1 inch. So that's what we're going to do. Also sitting here with my daughter, we're watching the game. We're just watching the playoffs. It's the first game of Eastern Conference Finals, Indiana and Boston. Boston's up in the first here by 7. But yeah, so we're gonna slip all these fletchings off and then pull off our nocks and cut off this end, and that's just what we're gonna do. I have 6 other arrows, so we'll cut those on the right side just one time. Obviously these will be cut twice, and my guy Josh Jones from Old Podium Archery says that's not usually the way you want to do it, but that's what we're going to do. So what I did last night, I did one like this. I have an arrow that was broken, shot it from 50 yards, Robin Hooded it, but it just split just the very end of it there, because these rip TKOs are strong. They're all woven together, so it just kind of chipped the back here, so I'm thinking I'll just cut that end off and it'll be fine.
I press it.
But anyways,
it turns off and I press it.
Yep. Anyways, we're just sliding this, the smaller part. This one's a little, I think, for bigger arrows, or maybe for this first part, getting this part off. But then I'm using this part and I'm going from the middle, sliding out, and then coming from the other side, sliding that part off, and getting those little nocks where I glued. And we're gonna slide all those off and try to get it as smooth as we can, and without taking, you know, too much arrow off. I know it'll probably take off a little bit, but it'll be okay. But yeah, so keep you on here for a second. Stare at my old bowl. Alright. So I got a couple down here so far. They're looking not too bad. A couple spots that got a little nick here and there, but I don't think they're that deep, you know. Nothing crazy bad.
Dang it! I lost it. What again?
Close game here. 3rd quarter. 7 minutes left. Boston's up by 5. 80-75. So basically my strategy here, because I got these little things on, just cutting these, pulling them off by finger, and slicing through this long ways, and just kind of skimming off all the rest of the glue. This one I actually shot off when I was at the range sighting in my bow. And I noticed I cut a little finer with the tip part, rather than this. It's more like, you know, pushing. So I've just been using this, but this one's a longer, better blade for just slicing these little the wrap part. Slicing that so you can get it. Make sure you can see that out. I don't want to just look at my ugly mug the whole time. I believe the lady's name who did mine and my wife's bowl, Kiernan Loge. So if you ever want a awesome mount done by somebody who does great work. I mean, look at it, it's all got water on the nose and stuff. What's up, brother?
What was it?
You're probably not gonna.
Maybe. I'm just saying maybe.
Maybe.
I said maybe.
Ooh, that one came off real easy. The glue is kind of weak there. Love you, brother.
I'm just going to wait when you're done with your video, maybe.
Thank you. You need me to get that? I can get that. But yeah, really just trying to go super easy at a really not steep incline, so easy incline. But yeah, just really just trying to get just the glue off, not trying to tear into the carbon itself. But I'm sure I'm getting a little bit. Man, I did not glue these ones on very good. That's probably why I shot it off. Chilahuiti, different view here. But anyways, we're gonna cut these arrows. So I don't know if I said it already, but I already have these inserts on them. I tried to take them off, but it didn't really work, so I'm just gonna cut off the backside. So on this one here is that one that I split in the back, but it doesn't really split, it just kind of like chipped off, if you can see that. But yeah, so I took my old aerial. If you see, I put where to take the nocks out, because the nocks are different sizes. Line them up on their end. You see right there, still a little long. So my dad thought of about 1 inch. That looks like probably like 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch probably. But yeah, so that's probably what we're gonna be taking off here. And yeah, it looks like it's about that much. Just a little tiny bit there off the end. Just a little off the top. I know you're not supposed to probably cut both ends, but we're just gonna do it just because can't really hammer these out. We also have 6 other arrows we're gonna cut up and fletch the same too. These are just brand new. They came with the old 50 grain aluminum. I don't know if you can see that. 50 grain aluminum. But yeah, low light down here. We're not going with the aluminum, obviously. We got some stainless steel inserts. I think there's 75 grains. We'll weigh them and shit, but alright, here we go. Also, don't mind the trash behind me. It's not really trash, it's cans. Gotta take my cans in. Still have them for a while, but here we go. Alright, so I got these other ones, pulled the nocks off of them, no nocks. So I think this width, if I drew the insert on them, should give me basically the same length I just cut all the other ones. You know, they got inserts on them. I'm going to put the insert on this end, and we will only cut once though. And of course, once I finish getting these all cut, I need to straighten the ends. I'll check the straightness and whatnot. Should all be straight. Looks pretty close. We're gonna send her. Got 6. Arrows are cut and cleaned, all set up. Now we're putting on our fletchings. So these are the DCA, these are mini super sabers, or just mini sabers, I can't remember. Then of course, boning blazers. And then on the other ones we're gonna run AAE Max Stealth. And these will be the longest. Looks like I'm gonna do the same color combo I basically did last time. Just 1 white and 2 yellows. Refletch will be a max left helical. Alright, so there you go. DCA's 2-inch, Blazers 2-inch, and the max is almost 3. It's like 2.7. But we're gonna fletch it up and show you. Just gonna use the Arizona Easy Fletching jig. True helical. This one's the left helical. Chilahuti. So we got fletched up. I did 9 of these. Or did I do 9? No, 7. 7 of these with the DCA Mini Super Sabers. 3 of these. One thing I think I messed up on, which I'm gonna clean. I've cleaned them up already, but the ends, when I dabbed the ends, I think I heard last time when I was doing this, you're supposed to use super glue just because it's thicker, you know, leave a nice little dab on the end. But I used the fletching stuff. It's Fletch Fuse from Boning or whatever, and that, yeah, super runny. So when I set it up like that, it kind of ran down my fletchings and all that. So I kind of cleared it off, but I think I might put new super glue dabs. I got some Gorilla Glue gel stuff. So 9 more arrows that we're wanting to fletch up here. Also weighed them all up. Most of them weighed that 343, and that was with the Rip TKO steel outsert or half-cert knock. I think it's 75 grains, and then the Mini Super Saver DCAs, and then what was it? Let's see. I feel like there was one that might have been off by a little bit. Maybe not. I think they were all exactly the same. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And then for the Max Stealth, there's a 353, 352, 346. So they're all pretty close. And it looks like they're gonna be in that range. And this without the field point tip or broadhead. So this is just the arrow themselves. So I'm going 100, so it'll be like 450 range. Looks like 430 to 450, something like that. Yeah, so we're gonna knock out a couple more. I'm gonna do 3 more AE Max, and then 6 in the Boning Blazers, and then we'll go get them tested out and see how that goes. One thing you gotta do with these is clean them up right after. You don't want them sticking, all that glue sticking in those holes and jamming them up. First things first is this Dr. Doug's primer pen. What I like to do is dab it on a piece of paper, make sure it's coming out, because you can't really tell. It dries up really fast. It'll just help with that glue. Clean them up a little bit more. I just pull downwards, so I'm not, if you see the slots, you kind of have gaps, so if you pull this way, it'll pull the fletching that way, and you want them all to be pretty much down towards the end, because the helical is going to twist it around the arrow, and you don't want it really, you know, one higher than the other, I don't think. Maybe that'd still work. What I like to do is get my arrow ready, because this glue seems to get sticky pretty quick.
I was so close to winning.
Oh, poor guy. Good luck.
I almost won it.
And on this one, I do dabs and then I spread it out. So on the big ones will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just do all the dabs first. So 1, 3, 4, 5. We go through and spread it all out, and I can see the glue, so just trying to make sure there's no dry spots. Make it all shiny, liquidy. Spread it on out. Alright, we're going in quick with this. Cock vane feather this way. Line that with my spine alignment. I think we did learn that was supposed to be the other way around, but this is the way we've been doing it, so I'll stick with it. I'm sure it's probably fine. Go down a little slower than usual. Oh, damn it. I have been sliding around a lot. I shouldn't pull it in like that. I should put this thing down on it. Just let that sit for a second. Also weighing these arrows up. These blazers have been on the lower end. But that's also because the half-cert on the front is a little smaller. I think it's like 10 grains smaller. This one here, 333. Alright, I'm gonna dot these ends and then I'll probably put some stripes on there with the wraps. Yeah, see when I put there on the wraps. One thing I was doing with my arrows, if you didn't see on my last fletching one or when I was shooting arrows last, I started putting these little rings on there. I like to do 2 and 2. It's my wife's favorite number, and I like 2 also, but I stole that from old Dan Evans. If you don't know the name, you probably, if you're a bow hunter, you know the stabilizer that, like a quiver. That's the guy who makes them. So I've done 5 arrows so far. This one was a little janky. I think that was my second one. A little wide here, a little short on the top, but all the rest are pretty much the same. 1/4 inch gap in between the end and the little wrap. So all I'm doing here, just taking an X-Acto knife, slicing up my things. I got myself a little, not a mold, but maybe I'll throw it up on there. Basically a little mold. I cut a little piece of cardboard out so I can just hold it up here and keep slicing, and should be pretty close to all of them being the same. But yeah, just slice them like that, 4 per arrow. I still have, so I've done 5. I have 14 left to do. So I got my little piece laid out. I'm going, always keeping this one way so that the rivet is on my spine, basically is what I'm thinking. Anyways, I'm just going off here, keeping the measurements all the same, push it down so it catches the sticker, pull it up, get this side down. It's a little extra cut there. Anyways, pull this and then just twist your arrow. That's it. Pull it off and then spin it down. Alright, that's it for the blazers. Chill off. So, got these 3 style fletchings done. Got the little wraps on there. Pretty much weighing when I get the tips in. I'm gonna be running 100 grain field points or broadheads, and it says I'll be weighing anywhere from 450 or 440. I think it was 445 to 466, and then one in the middle is 450. I did a little calculation, weighing everything up and checking the FOC front of center, and looked like the Super Saver was the best at like 16.7%. Running those RIP TKO half-serts, and then the lasers were good at, I believe it was like 15.9%. And then with all them, there are these half-serts that I got just from Bowtech. And the AAE, that one was the worst at 15.5%. And yeah, it's mostly just because they weigh more, I'm assuming, on the back. So taking away forward of center, and you're putting weight on the back. So, but we're gonna go shoot them and see how it goes.